Okay, hello. My name is David Lorenzen, and I am an executive recruiter, professional recruiter with South Coast Partners. If you want to get more information about our company, you can go to our website at southcoastpartners.com, or you can check out my LinkedIn page. But today we're talking about why use an executive recruiter. What are the benefits of using an executive recruiter for you? And there are two different ways that an executive recruiter can benefit folks. There's two sides. One side is from the candidate perspective, and the other side is from the client perspective. So today we're going to be going over those two different sides and what an executive recruiter can do for each one. So the first side is going to be for the candidate side. Now, a candidate may be actively looking for a new position, or they may be passively looking for a new position. They may be in a position and everything's going great, but they might be open to that next career step. And so, executive recruiter, the benefits of using one for either one of those types of candidates is, and this is in no particular order, but it's free. It doesn't cost the candidate anything. $0, not even 1 penny. An executive recruiter can also save you time. Candidate doesn't have to search job boards, put in the application to 100 different job openings, or really work that hard to set up an interview. So an executive recruiter can really save a lot of time for the candidate. Also, the executive recruiter allows candidates to have access to sometimes confidential job openings. Some companies will call an executive recruiter and they don't want the position known out into the public for various reasons, and they'll have an executive recruiter work on that opening confidentially. And so as a candidate, you have access to those confidential job openings when an executive recruiter might reach out to you. The other benefit of using an executive recruiter for a candidate is they're most of the time a good executive recruiter will have job opportunities that are specific for the candidate, their background, their experience. The job will be specifically for that person, so you don't have to waste time talking to folks and looking at jobs that might not be a good fit for you. So that's another benefit. The other benefit of using an executive recruiter for the candidate is you get more insight into the company. An executive recruiter will have, really more in-depth information into the hiring manager, the executives, the company culture, and things like that. So you get that benefit of having that information when you work with an executive recruiter that's worked with a company for a number of years. And the other benefit is, it could potentially change your life forever. And the reason I say that is because I have seen it happen in my career. Even, recently, like for instance, I helped place a candidate in a multifamily apartment owner and manager, placed them as a regional property manager about 6 years ago. And that person has stayed with the company and progressed and is now the president of their property management division, oversees all of their property management. So, it's really, inspiring to be a part of the process and to really, see the fruit of helping somebody get a job and a career opportunity that might completely change the direction of their life. I mean, I'm not saying that happens all the time, but that is a benefit of using Executive Recruiter, I mean, that person was not actively looking at the time. They weren't searching job boards, and so we were able to help them, and you know, that's really cool. So those are some of the benefits from a candidate perspective of using an Executive Recruiter for you. So the other side of this is from a client's perspective, from a company, a hiring manager. How can an Executive Recruiter help a company or a hiring manager? And I think, you know, maybe the biggest benefit is time. Saves time. You know, a good Executive Recruiter will allow you not to have to sift through thousands of resumes. You won't have to spend time, you know, posting job boards a lot of the times. And you won't have to spend time interviewing unqualified candidates. So the biggest benefit, number one, is probably saving the company's, the hiring manager's time. The other thing is access to top talent. You know, like I said, there's passive candidates that might be open to making a career change, but they're not actively looking. You know, they're working 50, 60 hours a week right now. They don't have time to sit there and go through job boards and all of that. So a recruiter might reach out to them and present your company and your job opportunity to them. And a lot of times, you know, those are some of the best candidates that might not ever know about your company or the job opening if it wasn't for an Executive Recruiter reaching out to them. So that's one big benefit. The other thing is, you know, knowing the market. You know, I'm a recruiter that specializes in the real estate industry. I know multifamily apartment niche. I know single family, you know, residential, rentals and home building, and we do some commercial office and retail. That's what I specialize in. I know those markets. Those are the folks that I talk to every day, especially in the multifamily apartment niche. And so, you know, executive recruiters know what's going on in the market. They're talking to other hiring managers. They're talking to executives. And they know, you know, who might not be available, who is available, that might be interested in making a change, and you know, where folks may move to throughout the country is another big thing that that you gain that access to and have that market knowledge from an executive recruiter. And the other thing is, you know, getting qualified candidates overall. I mean, so somebody who is in the real estate field, if they're an owner, if they're a developer, you know, their specialty may be going out and getting the deals, finding the deals, doing the due diligence. That might be their specialty, but their specialty might not be hiring top talent. Not everybody can be specialized in everything, and an executive recruiter specializes in getting top qualified talent. And so let the executive recruiter find that talent for you. You focus on what you're good at, and the executive recruiter can focus on what they're good at, and everybody wins. And the other thing is, you know, getting one qualified top person can really change an organization. I mean, I'm not saying this happens all the time, just like the other example with the candidate, but an executive recruiter can find a new employee for your organization that potentially could completely change the next 5 to 10 years of your company. And, you know, a lot of the times people will say that the employees, the people, are really what make the company successful. And, you know, if you get that one person in that right role within your organization, they can completely change the dynamic, the policies, the procedures, the culture of the entire company, and turn that ship just enough to make the difference for the next 5, 10, 15 years. And I've seen it happen, and it's a beautiful thing to watch, and it's really cool to be a part of. And some of those organizations would never even have that opportunity to hire that person if they hadn't hired or worked with an executive recruiter. So that's one other massive benefit of using executive recruiter. The other one is, referrals. A lot of the folks that we present are from referrals. We call people all day long and ask them if they might know somebody for a particular position, because usually referrals are the best talent. They also will last the longest in an organization, typically, if they were referred to a particular position. And it's just an extra reference. And that's another thing an executive recruiter can do for you is check references, professional references, call the previous supervisors, and get that background that you may not have otherwise. So those are just some of the benefits of using an executive recruiter. I hope this helped. If you have any questions, like I said, please feel free to reach out.